Welcome back to Water Park Rangers. Let's play Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. Our adventures through the Major League continue this episode. And the mysterious messages from X also continue. Gonzalez, another email? What now? Keep sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong and you are dead meat. Man, that dude sounds peeved. I'm thinking that isn't our ex-buddy. Who do you think would send something like that? So that wasn't X. According to Trogdor anyway, and I mean, his deduction is worth as much as mine. Which is to say, it's pretty worthwhile. At least in this game. As far as this game's plot is concerned. Alright, so let's set up our next match already. Alright, the Fuzz. Okay, let's just go and fight him. I actually ended up cutting ahead because I realized in post-commentary that the Fuzz had a specific requirement that I failed to fulfill during the battle. Yeah, I didn't actually get hit 5 times. So, yeah, we're gonna have to fight them again. So I guess it means we're only fighting them once in this, and I mean, that's just fine. But anyway, there's a piece of cake here that we were just sent by a fan. That looks totally yummy! If you chow on that, I bet you can ride the sugar rush. Heck yeah! Let there be cake. This thing is delicious. So, a fan actually sent us cake. Did I just see Goombella nibbling? That was really funny. Alright, let's see. Now let's fight the Fuzz for real. Alright, so no jumping whatsoever. I guess I can deal with that. I'm the Avatar, you gotta deal with it. None of that flouncing around. You gotta love Grubba's way of talking, even if you think he's kind of a miser or whatever. You know, what with giving the minor league fighters such a shitty locker room, with such poor hygiene, and then trying to trick you into it by showing you only the major league locker room. But besides that, you know, cool voice, great character. In my opinion, I like this NPC. New York, what's up in your souls? So those are the Fuzz. Get it? Because they're fuzzies. It's not really that funny. Let's kill them. Alright, so we can't use our jump, so we're just gonna have to find other ways of destroying them. The normal fuzzy, of course, you know, that's not even worth a second thought, but the others are just a little bit tougher. Not by much, though. You do want to watch the flower fuzzy. That one can actually, the pink one can sap your FP. And of course, if you wait around too long, fuzzies can split into multiple copies. And although that's not too much of a problem with normal fuzzies at this point, it can be more of a pain when green and pink ones start splitting up, so not give them that chance. Just take them out before they become too much of a nuisance. And once again, this oftentimes comes down to luck, because you have to be fulfilling the requirement of the fight. And the last time the requirement to get hit 5 times was being such a pain, because it let the Fuzz spawn so many fuzzies, that ultimately, in order to not die, I had to fight my way out of it before getting hit 5 times, so yeah, sometimes these things just don't work out. That's okay. Can't always be making everyone happy all the time. By everyone, I mean Grubba. Or Grubber. Ooh, Crawdaddy. Oh, god damn it, not another 5-time damaging thing. Grubba just wants us dead, doesn't he? We're gonna be dead meat, according to that letter, and maybe we will be if we keep sticking in with these Major League matches. Just because of the stupid get hit 5 times requirement, honestly, I don't know how many times I've received it, but it's 5 times too many. So he's just one fighter, actually, not a whole team for once. Dark Gatekeeper. Alright. Foolish mortals, I will drag you through the gate to the netherworld! It's just Gus with a palette swap. Honestly, remember that guy named Gus that we fought in, like, the second episode, who was, like, in Rogueport? He's just a recolor, but this is a stronger version. He's not so much a character you want to take lightly. He's stronger than just about every other fighter we've come across in the game so far, except for maybe Hooktail without the badge. Other than that, yeah, he's easily more dangerous than Magnus Von Crump or whatever. Magnus Von Grapple, that's the name. 20 HP and attack is 6. It's a serious attack power that you really want to watch for. Of course you can't jump because the spear is pointing up. Ha! Lame. Usually I don't use Taunt or Tattle, but I want to keep a good eye on his HP for this fight. So that's why I used it. There's actually a Tattle-Long in the game for Goombella, like you can tattle every single enemy. And some people consider 100%, meaning that you complete this Tattle-Long, and technically, yes. To 100% Paper Mario and Thousand-Year Door, you have to get every tattle, but that's not even the problem. The problem is getting every recipe. And we're not doing any of that stuff. We're just doing the stuff that would help us do all the fun stuff in the game. Whatever I think is fun is what we'll do. And I think that's a good way of playing. Unfortunately, we're taking some pretty serious damage out here, so I'm going to switch sides for Koops. Just for a little while I have Mario heal up. Oh dear. Yeah, let's use Sweet Treat. Of course, when you're going to get hit 5 times, it's destined to be a war of attrition. You know what would be a really awful fight condition? This one doesn't exist. But get hit 5 times and wrap it up in 5 turns or less. Yeah. You'd have to position yourself pretty carefully and make sure you have plenty of HP. This is what I mean about having more HP being useful. Because of these longer battles where you have to take plenty of damage, it's good to have more HP on your side. Even with that extra HP, you're often in jeopardy. So really, it's not as unbalanced as it might seem to have 15 with a mostly BP run. We're going to be getting more HP in the future. Although plenty of people say HP is great if you're like insecure, HP is also great if you just lack HP, period. It's a great thing to have in order to survive. Let's face it, we can't always be counting on Super Guard to save our ass. That takes some crazy timing in order to protect. Even I don't have that. So for that, just having a little bit of HP will go a long way. It is, after all, the one thing that I would consider you probably need to focus on the least, by far, in comparison to the other stats that you can raise. But it's still good to not forget about. Sure, you can go through the game with 10 HP. Would I recommend it? No, I would not recommend it. I would recommend... it depends how you're playing, really. Honestly, there's so many ways you can play through this game. Wait, have we gotten hit enough for us to kill him yet? I'm not sure that we have. This is what makes me worried. So let's just defend and get hit again, just to be on the safe side. No, don't die. Alright, great. Come on. Alright, I think with that, we can finally go and take out Crawdaddy once and for all. Whew! Finally, this fight's over. Kind of a pain. We're done. I kind of think we should have received more star points for fighting such a high-level foe. Literally, the next time you fight Dark Claws is very late in the game. I mean, obscenely late. Like, they don't appear consistently until way later. Where they appear, I'm not going to give away. Just to be free of spoilers. Another fighter is storming in, screaming his full head off about something. Gonzalez has lots of foes, folks. Some who don't even know his name. Will he live?
Word on the street was that some mustache doofus was in Glitzville. And looky here. Talk about perfect timing. And now all these folks get to watch me myrtleize you.
So yeah, you actually fight Bowser. Surprise battle. I've lost this fight before. It kind of comes out of nowhere.
I'm gonna destroy you, and I have witnesses.
Yeah, Bowser, just cool it, okay? We're gonna kick your ass, no problem. But first things first, get Mario out of the way. That way Bowser doesn't instantly destroy him, because he's not actually all that weak. Sweet Treat once again to get Mario's HP up, for sure, and we probably want to raise our other general stats too while we're at it. All the stats we can raise, we can't really raise too much at this point in the game. But I suppose stats are stats no matter what they are. There we go. So a little bit more, since we got all the mushrooms passed, we can just kind of go hog wild, just shooting everything in sight once the 3 green mushrooms pass. Ah, Fire Breath. Kind of tough to dodge because it comes so quickly. Fortunately, it's not all that powerful. Goombella should be able to hit him with multi-bomb without getting hurt. Yep. So we'll just rack up some damage that way. He doesn't actually have all that much HP. I forget how much he has. It's somewhere between 20 and 40, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 30. Great attacks like multiple bouncing attacks I think are amazing to use. And yeah, that was great for raking up some stylish commands while we were doing that power bounce.
Oh, well I expect nothing less from you, Mario. Figured you'd get some licks in.
Ah, took a bite right out of that mushroom. That's gotta hurt. Might even taste kind of good, who knows. That's kind of creepy to think about, that they're basically like... It sounds weird to mention, why should I be freaked out at the fact that there are talking mushrooms in this game on top of everything else? I'm just kind of used to eating them, not like consorting with them. So there you go. There we are. I think he's done. Yeah, he's done. Ah! Bowser, that was so easy. See, you just can't let him catch you off guard. You have to just take him. If he just appears out of there, you just gotta be as strategic as possible. I did lose once before because he was able to use a freeze thing on Mario, so he wasn't able to attack, and then used his fire. So, yeah, he's not the worst enemy around, but we were able to overcome him this time. He's mostly a joke. And just 13 coins from all that extra trouble we had to go to with that match. It got dragged out way past Dark Claw because of Bowser. Wow, that was Bowser, right? Jeepers, who would have thought he'd show his face here? I know, Goombella. It was a surprise to me and everyone involved in that travesty. So we're just going to have Mario tuck himself in to recover some HP and FP before he continues with his next bout, because that one really wore him out. And it looks like it does refill your star power. Maybe that's just me, but I'm pretty sure that just refilled our star power. I have to keep better track of these things. Ooh, Magic Koopa Masters. Not attack for the first 3 turns? Oh god, that's really bad. Oh no. That's a dreadful requirement. That might be worse than getting hit 5 times. Not attacking for the first 3 turns, especially with Magic Koopas. You'll see the thing about Magic Koopas, and these are, special Magic Koopas that don't appear anywhere else. What they do is, they won't start off by attacking, usually. They have other ways of raising their stats and stuff first, before unleashing all their powers on a later turn. So, I have to admit, things are not looking in our favor with these new enemies.
You fool would do well to fear our dark magic.
Alright, let's fight these guys. We really have no choice. And unfortunately, 3 turns later, that red one is electrified and really powerful, and all the others are just wailing on Mario, and you can't really block their magic. So unfortunately, it looks like we lost this match after all. Because we couldn't attack them while they were charging up all their stats and stuff. Ugh. Yeah, I'm blind to the magic world. Magic's not real, dumbass. Alright, what's the reward? Just 1 coin. And we probably got knocked down, oh, remains at 5? Oh, I figured that we'd get lowered somehow. Well, whatever, I'm not complaining. You don't see me complaining. Well, you did see me complaining earlier when I was complaining about how the Magic Koopa Masters were so unfairly stacked against us. But this time we're going to prevail because hopefully Grubba's going to be less of a dick to us. Come on now, Grubber. Okay, no special moves. That I can deal with. I don't need to use the special moves. Although that would really help, and we have just enough for Earth Tremor. Special move would be great to use, in fact, but... Okay, no special moves. I understand, Grubber. I understand. We gotta do what we gotta do. Let's just get this over with. I'm sure we can take them out as long as we can just attack them up front from the beginning. Alright, so here's the deal with the red, white, and green. I think the white one is sort of like the white mage from Final Fantasy. The green one's the flying, and the red one just an attack wizard. All the other Magic Koopas that appear in the game are blue, though, and they kind of just are there and don't have any specific stats other than they're being wizards. I think they're just about as strong as the red ones. So, who should we take out first? Whatever. Goombella's best for doing mass attack at once, so I'm going to power bounce a singular foe. First, go for the white mage. That way it can't heal its consorts, or its cohorts, rather. And, yeah, I've been saying consort's been like a common word this episode. It's just a word that never gets used, consort. I think it's both a noun and a verb. See, there you go, he's boosting his attack power. +2 doesn't seem like much. Oh god, and that one turned invisible, so we can't hit him. +2 might not seem like much unless you're getting hit over and over with his attacks. Plus the fact that he's already kind of powerful to begin with. That gives him about as much attack as Dark Claw. With a more difficult to block attack than Dark Claw, so that's quite dreadful. Okay, he's doing the dickiest trick, where he turns into a bunch of clones of himself that are all invisible anyway, so all we can do is make them disappear. Even if we were to hit the right one, that was the right one, by the way, that one is, seems to be the second from the left, so I think if we just aim for it, we'll be able to hit it. Oh crap, I think I missed! Ah, I did miss. Okay, Goombella, aim true. Yes, this has to be the one. Yeah, I knew it! There we go. So those other fake ones will disappear. Now all he's just doing is throwing normal attacks at us. So let's just kill him already, honestly. This thing's a pain. And also admittedly kind of fun to fight, because they're so unusual. I do wish that these wizards appeared more frequently throughout the game. It would definitely bring more diversity to the fights. I mean, there's a good range of foes you fight, but it could always use more. And the Glitz Pit has plenty of variety. I'm just one of those people that when I see a really good concept that's used in a game and it doesn't get reused, I'm kind of like, oh, but that was so cool. That was one of the problems that I always had with Twilight Princess, and it's like, items that were only used, like, in the dungeon you found them in. Yeah. Another email, eh? What a surprise.
Go to the telephone booth out on the pavilion. From X.
Oh, it's our X-Pal again. The telephone booth out on the pavilion, huh? I remember seeing that outside somewhere. But where? Let's check it out. Alright, no biggie.
Gonzalez! Good timing, you pudgy little punk. Uncle Rockhawk's got some advice for you. If you keep stealing the spotlight from me, you're gonna enter a world of hurt. Quit making such a splash if you value your puny life.
What a creep! How dare he threaten us like that? Talk about low class. Wait, he threatened us. You think that hate mail came from old chicken legs? Well, who knows? One thing's for sure, we gotta watch our step from here on out. Alright. Suits me just fine. Besides, you know what a cautious guy I am. Alrighty. So the telephone booth out in the pavilion, that was it, right? Well, let's head there right away. Post-haste. I think we might have actually gone there at the beginning to grab a star piece, possibly. I think there is one down by the phone booth. I'd be surprised if I skipped up on that when I first came out here. Or, you never know, I just might have been leaving it so that we could get it now. We'll just let fate decide. Oh, huh. Yeah, there should be a star piece back there, shouldn't there? Might have already grabbed it. Whatever. So there's a storage key. Local time is now snack time. There's always funny stuff on that phone. And there's a star piece. Wow, how did we miss that going around it the first time? How weird.
Go to the storage room next to Grubba's office. From X.
The storage room in the arena now? Sheesh. What next? This guy's got us running all over. It's driving me totally nuts. Yeah, I know, but we really have no choice. Might as well go have a hot dog, though, as long as we're here. Because honestly, hot dogs are delicious. I love hot dogs. I make amazing hot dogs. I mean, that's not saying much, because it doesn't take much to cook a hot dog. But I trust my own cooking skill. I'm confident enough to say that I trust my own cooking skills, even if it's just a hot dog. Meaty work of art? That actually makes it sound disgusting for some reason. I don't want his meaty work of art. That being said, though, we gotta make our way to the storage room at this point. But actually, let's grab another. These are good to stock up on, because as you saw, they replenish both HP and FP in equal amounts, 5. So it's like eating both a mushroom and a, one of those honey syrups or whatever at the same time. Which is really quite a useful item when you think about it, despite the fact that it's a meaty work of art. Can't say much for the item description, but the item itself, quite useful, especially for this point in the game. So I'm glad that we have 2 of them. They could prove quite useful. Wow, useful, that's another popular word. Useful and consorts, the 2 Star Wars of this episode. Anyway, we'll use the storage key and head inside that mysterious storage room and see what's in there next episode.